Terrific, terrific win for us. Beat a very, very good Iowa team. My hat's off to Kylan. I thought he was outstanding today against a great player. Bennett's one of the best in the country. I thought our start was huge, keeping this fan base out of it. It was great to see a packed house and keeping them somewhat quiet throughout the first half was huge. I thought David Merkovich and Andrei Stojakovic were elite on the offensive side early, and we caused them some problems. Unique, they played really well when Bennett got in foul trouble. Kind of went to some switching but then I thought Keaton in the second half was just really tough. Big three, free throws, big shots, created opportunities, but all in all, very pleased. Road win in this league is like gold, and beat a very, very good and disciplined and well-coached basketball team today.
Coach, can you elaborate on the defense on Bennett? What was kind of the game plan going in?
Just make it hard. He's really good. You're not going to take everything away from him, and it's more importantly, making him guard the other end, and making him work at the other end. I thought that I thought matchup hunting was good for us in this one, creating opportunities to maybe exploit some areas of the floor and some personnel that we felt good about. But Ben made some adjustments. We had to make some adjustments, but I thought that Kylan just making him work. Our switches were when they were needed. We handled for the most part, and today was a good day for us and made it tough on him.
Obviously, some slips defensively in that second half. What got them going, but what set the
Yeah, Bennett was out cutting. I thought Sage was tremendous with his cutting. That's all we talked about was his ability to cut, and we did something we haven't done a lot, and that was go smaller and not play one of the twins there for a segment. But it was credit to them and the changes they made, and then we had to counter a little bit. But all in all, we know this is a very, very efficient offensive team. They play well. You look down and feel like we've done a pretty good job, and all of a sudden they've hit you with a three, and But I thought game kind of went from a defensive side of things the way I had hoped, and we gave them, other than giving them too many layups in the second half, I felt pretty good about it.
How impressed were you just with your team's composure in those moments when they kept inching closer?
Yeah, it very. It's what I complimented them on after the game, and it's a first really nasty. I say nasty in a good way. Environment, tough environment, and we handle it. We just never got it. We talk a lot about that in practice. We talk a lot about handling that moment and not getting riled. Sometimes I don't have timeouts. I don't want to call them. I need to save them, and so we got to play through those moments and have some composure. Again, Kylan, huge. I thought that Keaton was huge, and we just never got rattled. We found a way to, we had back-to-back turnovers coming out of a timeout, which Keaton had one, and Tommy had one, veteran. But other than that, I thought we were terrific.
Coach, what road game is the Big Ten? Is it same old? Is it the same? Is it any different now than a couple years ago? Is it always the same?
Well, I think Illinois Iowa was always pretty good. I think it's we both have very passionate fan bases, both great histories, and there's been a lot of success both ways. So it's just it's been some knockdown, drag out battles, and Ben's arrival will continue that, and it doesn't matter whether our next one's at Northwestern, they go to Purdue, they're going to see a pretty raucous environment in West Lafayette, and we'll see one in Evanston. So it's just same old in the Big Ten.
Kylan's had obviously
been it before. And so what maybe allows him to rise to the occasion as often as he does?
Yeah, Kylan's got. It's amazing when he's that dialed in, how his offense comes along and his rebounding. But Kylan's unique. He's got a great base. He's got great strength, and he's got ultra quick hands. And it doesn't matter if you go back his first days here whether it was Mark Sears at Alabama a year ago or somebody finds a way to annoy. He's strong. He picks your pocket. He fights over screens. And it wasn't just him, but it was him setting the tone, and he's just a veteran. He's got tremendous skills and can do that to a lot of people.
Brad, I'm interested in kind of the spacing that you had early in the second half. Every time Iowa would score, you'd answer, especially with the three-pointer, and you had really good ball movement. You found ways to get your shooters open. How were they able to do that against Iowa's defense?
Yeah, I think that's what we've done all year. I think we're third in the country in offensive efficiency. Is space people. The paint's been pretty open, and we've got some 7-footers who can shoot it. And Z hit, 2. Tommy hit 1. And I think that's one of the things that we feel like we can do is put you in some harm's way with that. Our biggest challenge tonight was getting to it early enough. Iowa does a great job in the gaps. So just creating a little bit of advantage. I thought in the first half we did a really good job of what we call hooking ball screens and flipping sides of it and getting them on the wrong side, which created an advantage. And then when Bennett went out, they started switching, and that became a little more ISO. But spacing's everything for us, and again, having a couple guys who can make shots is really important.
Brad, what have you found defensively the last 5 games? You're number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency. That's obviously during that stretch. What have you found, whether it's schematically or just intensity and focus?
Yeah, it was obviously a debacle the game before that against Nebraska, and that's a tribute to them. But not giving up layups. We can give up some threes. We got some size and length, and it's a simple concept. Stay between your man and the basket and make him shoot over you. And we're doing a much better job of protecting the paint, protecting the front of the rim. They got a few on cuts, but it's just a conscientious effort by this group to want to be good on that end. We'd slipped to 44th. And to get where we want to go, that sure wasn't going to get it done no matter how good we were on the offensive side.
Coaches expected at this point the ball's in the hands of Keaton Wagler on key possessions in what became a possession game down the stretch. How's he earned that trust, especially against a team like Iowa that turns teams over so much?
Yeah, he's earned it for sure. I think he's done it. I think playing the schedule we've played early, seeing it against Alabama, UConn, Tennessee, you could, we've seen teams that are physical. We've seen teams that turn it over. We've seen teams that try to do one thing. He's an elite guy. Nobody takes his ball, and he's very, very good at making right decisions, and that's something that I, as head coach, really, really believe in.
Is it a lot different now preparing for Iowa than it was with France here? How has the styles changed in your eyes?
Dramatically, and I mean the pace is the key word, just in different ways. With Fran, and there's no better offensive coach than Fran. You look at his teams; they were always extremely efficient. They played extremely fast, elite shooters. Ben's teams are very, very efficient. They just play at a different pace. Time of possession becomes of more value to him, and they get a lot of credit for their offense, deservedly so. Their defense is really, really good. But pace is just different. They're not going to be as up and down and as many possessions. But that's the key word is pace. You can't get trying to, I feel great. We scored 75 tonight against, them, and we knew it would be a slower and lower possession game.
Bennett mentioned
After this, I have one more.
with Kylan that he just picks his spots really well defensively. Maybe went to go for a steal or a deflection. How much much is that part of it maybe what makes him as good as he is?
It is. It drives me nuts, but it's because I'd like to see it all the time. But it's the one thing that Kylan has the ability to do is really sit down and guard, especially in moments where he feels a little bit like his opponent's fatigued or tired, and then he pushes the go button. Great athlete, great conditioned athlete, and he just has that knack. So I've learned to trust him, and then get frustrated when it doesn't work. But it's what he does at a very, very high level. He's right most of the time.
I think you said after the
Good
Alabama
last
game,
one here.
your team needed to learn to value every possession. Do you feel like you've seen them grow in that area?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I mean, we had back-to-back turnovers and there's timeout, and I mean that's all they could talk about. You know, my bad. I blah blah blah. You know, Keaton lost one, and Tommy, you know, threw on 2 live ball turnovers, and live ball turnovers are the death of teams. You know, punt it 22 rows up if you want to turn it over. Just don't have live ball turnovers, and so I think our team is very conscientious of that. I think they take a tremendous amount of care and want to in that area. So yeah, we've got to continue to do that, and we did it for the most part against a team that's very good at taking it away.